Welcome to Open Source Scribes. This week, 15 open source projects, including Agent, Zero, Xagent, Super AGI, and 12 more. Let's get into it. Number lakehouse-at-home. YouTube script. Lakehouse-at-home runs production-grade data infrastructure locally on your laptop. It bundles Apache Spark, Iceberg, and Kafka, eliminating the need for cloud accounts during development. Developers get a realistic data generation framework built in, enabling full testing of batch and streaming pipelines before production deployment. The stack includes Airflow for orchestration, PostgreSQL for metadata, and S3, compatible storage, all containerized for straightforward setup. The CLI-driven approach validates prerequisites, manages services, and handles configuration automatically. This is ideal for engineers prototyping medallion architectures and testing Iceberg table formats locally. Number lakeFS. Data version control for your data lake. LakeFS brings Git-like version control to object storage, transforming S3, Azure Blob Storage, and Google Cloud Storage into managed data repositories. It enables atomic version data operations across complex ETL pipelines and analytics workflows. Built with S3 API compatibility, lakeFS integrates seamlessly with Spark, Hive, Athena, DuckDB, and Presto. Developers gain isolated dev, test environments, branching capabilities, and rollback functionality essential for reliable data pipeline testing and production safety. The open source platform handles repeatable data operations while maintaining data integrity. Use lakeFS to implement version control patterns in your data lake infrastructure. Number Lance. Open Lakehouse format for multimodal AI. Lance delivers high-performance vector search and random access for AI workflows. Convert from Parquet in 2 lines of code for 100x faster data retrieval without scan performance loss. The format supports hybrid search combining vector similarity, full-text search, and SQL analytics on unified datasets. Native multimodal support handles images, videos, audio, text, and embeddings efficiently. Data versioning operates zero copy with ACID transactions and time travel capabilities. Integrations span Apache Arrow, Pandas, Polars, DuckDB, Spark, and Ray. Developers building search engines, feature stores, and large-scale ML training pipelines benefit most from Lance's architecture. pglake video script. pglake integrates Apache Iceberg and data lake formats directly into PostgreSQL. You can create and query Iceberg tables with full transactional guarantees, access Parquet, CSV, JSON, and geospatial files stored in S3, and combine them seamlessly in SQL queries. The extension leverages DuckDB's query engine underneath for fast execution without leaving Postgres. With 7 active contributors recently pushing improvements across multiple pull requests, pglake is moving quickly toward production readiness. Setup takes minutes via Docker or from source. Developers use pglake to build lakehouse systems that blur the line between transactional databases and analytical data lakes. Apache Iceberg video script. Apache Iceberg is a high-performance table format built for massive analytic datasets. It brings SQL table reliability to big data while enabling multiple engines Spark, Trino, Flink, Presto, Hive, and Impala to safely access the same tables simultaneously without conflicts. The format specification is stable and actively maintained at the Apache Software Foundation. The reference Java implementation handles Avro and Parquet data files through modular architecture. Developers can build using Gradle with Java 11, 17, or 21. This makes Iceberg essential for organizations requiring consistent, concurrent access to large-scale analytics tables across distributed processing engines. Number LakehousePlumber YouTube script. LakehousePlumber is a metadata-driven framework that generates production-ready PySpark code for Databricks Lakeflow declarative pipelines. Instead of writing boilerplate pipeline logic, developers define data transformations in YAML, and LakehousePlumber automatically generates the corresponding Spark code. The framework supports multi-flow group organization, external sync integrations to JDBC and Kafka systems, and centralized pipeline monitoring with event log aggregation. With 4 active contributors recently merging pull requests and resolving issues, the project maintains steady momentum. Use LakehousePlumber to standardize data pipeline development and eliminate repetitive configuration across your lakehouse architecture. Number LakeflowFramework Video Script. LakeflowFramework accelerates Spark declarative pipeline deployment through metadata-driven configuration. It simplifies SDLC integration while supporting batch and streaming workloads across Medallion architecture patterns. Built for Databricks, the framework prioritizes performance and maintainability as the platform evolves. With active development momentum from contributors addressing issues and refining functionality, LakeflowFramework delivers extensibility without complexity. Developers can standardize pipeline patterns, reduce deployment friction, and align infrastructure with organizational SDLC requirements. The framework is ideal for teams deploying scalable data architectures on Databricks that need simplified pipeline management. SwiftLake Video Script. SwiftLake is a Java SQL engine that combines Apache Iceberg and DuckDB to deliver efficient lakehouse operations on cloud storage. It bridges traditional SQL databases with modern data lakes, eliminating distributed system complexity for moderate workloads. The engine handles comprehensive data management, queries, writes, updates, deletes, and slowly changing dimension merges. It supports dynamic schema evolution, partition strategies, and time travel functionality, all within a single process application. By leveraging object storage with on-demand compute, developers gain SQL familiarity, cloud economics, and advanced data capabilities without infrastructure overhead, perfect for teams modernizing their data architecture with minimal disruption. Number starrocks, high-performance query engine. Starrocks is an open-source query engine delivering sub-second analytics across data lakes and warehouses. Built in Java and C++, it uses native vectorized SQL processing to achieve 3 times faster performance than competing solutions. The engine eliminates denormalization requirements through cost-based query optimization while maintaining full ANSI SQL compatibility. Users can run multi-dimensional analytics and real-time queries without moving data or rewriting SQL. As a Linux Foundation project with active development momentum, Starrocks adapts to diverse analytical workloads, making it ideal for organizations requiring fast ad hoc analytics at scale. GitDiagram Video Script. GitDiagram converts any GitHub repository into an interactive system architecture diagram in seconds. Feed it a public or private repo URL, and GPT-powered analysis generates a mermaid diagram showing your codebase structure. Click components to jump directly to source files. The tech stack spans Next.js frontend on Vercel, Fast API backend on Railway, with Cloudflare R2 for artifact storage and Upstash Redis for quota management. Export as mermaid code or PNG. Perfect for developers who need to understand unfamiliar codebases quickly or visualize project architecture without manual documentation. Number DiagramAgentofficial Video Script. DiagramAgentofficial converts text descriptions directly into editable diagrams, flowcharts, architecture diagrams, and mind maps without manual drawing. The framework integrates AI planning, code generation, inspection, and editing modules to ensure structural accuracy and logical consistency. The DiagramGen benchmark provides the first comprehensive benchmark for text-to-diagram generation across multiple diagram types. Developers benefit from high modification support. Edit content without redrawing the entire structure. Experimental results demonstrate precise diagram generation with strong editability. The implementation leverages Qwen2 VL for vision understanding and handles diagram-to-code conversion through a unified agent pipeline. Use cases include scientific research, technical documentation, educational materials, and automated visualization workflows. Number smart-drawio-next video script. smart-drawio-next generates editable draw.io diagrams directly from natural language prompts or reference images. Built on Next.js, with streaming LLM APIs, it supports 20+ diagram types, flowcharts, UML, architecture diagrams, and more with real-time Canvas sync. The code-first approach lets you refine XML output in Monaco Editor before previewing results. Post-processing tools handle layout optimization, connector routing, and styling through a built-in toolchain. Multi-provider API configuration supports OpenAI and Anthropic-compatible models, plus local history with replay. 10-color themes and comprehensive drawing controls streamline diagram refinement. Ideal for teams needing fast, structured diagram generation for documentation and technical presentations. Number Programmatic Diagram Generator Video Script. Programmatic Diagram Generator automates diagram creation by combining Plant UML with Azure Icons and the Croquis API. The tool clones your GitHub or Azure DevOps repository, generates diagrams, commits them to an images folder, and pushes the changes back automatically. It returns raw URLs ready for Markdown embedding, eliminating manual diagram management. The implementation handles both GitHub and Azure DevOps workflows seamlessly within a single pipeline. Developers benefit from reduced documentation overhead and version-controlled diagram assets. This approach integrates architecture diagrams directly into CI/CD processes, keeping technical documentation synchronized with code changes. GitDiagram-AI Video Script. GitDiagram-AI converts any GitHub repository into an interactive system architecture diagram in seconds. Replace hub with diagram in any GitHub URL to instantly visualize repository structure. The tool uses OpenAI's GPT model and prompt engineering through a 3-step streaming pipeline to generate mermaid diagrams. Users can click components to navigate directly to source files, export diagrams as PNG, or copy mermaid code. The backend runs on FastAPI with PostgreSQL, deployed on Railway, while the frontend uses Next.js and Tailwind. It supports both public and private repositories via GitHub tokens. Perfect for developers exploring unfamiliar code bases or understanding project architecture quickly. Number excalidraw-toolkit Video Script. excalidraw-toolkit generates live architecture diagrams directly from your codebase. Tell Claude Code diagram this repo and watch it analyze your project structure, detect components and connections, then render everything on an interactive Excalidraw canvas. The toolkit runs a 6-phase pipeline, detecting project type and frameworks, discovering components, mapping connections, verifying output, selecting layout, and generating the diagram. It includes automatic self-critique that validates geometry and readability before showing results, catching layout issues without manual intervention. Developers can also describe custom architectures, trace data flows, or convert from mermaid syntax. Perfect for visualizing codebases without manual diagram creation. AutoFigure Video Script. AutoFigure generates publication-ready scientific illustrations directly from text descriptions or research papers. The system uses large language models with a dual-agent architecture, one for generation, another for evaluation to iteratively refine output quality. Users can create figures in SVG or MXGraph XML formats, making them immediately editable in standard design tools. The core innovation lies in the iterative refinement loop that continuously improves visual accuracy against source material. AutoFigure accepts both natural language prompts and PDF documents, automatically extracting methodology and converting it into structured diagrams. This addresses a critical bottleneck in scientific publishing, where creating quality figures manually consumes significant researcher time. Number Apache Superset Video Script. Superset is an enterprise-grade data visualization and exploration platform built on Python and modern web technologies. It enables users to connect to multiple databases, query data interactively, and build dynamic dashboards without coding. The platform supports SQL querying, real-time data updates, and a wide range of visualization types. With active development and continuous integration pipelines, Superset delivers reliable performance for analytics teams. The modular architecture allows for custom extensions and integrations. Organizations use Superset to transform raw data into actionable business intelligence dashboards.